Okay, so the parathyroid glands. The number of these glands can vary from individual to individual. Some people are born with 3 of them, some with 4. Don't know why that number varies, but it can. It doesn't seem to affect the function of the person. The number of glands seem to produce enough hormone to keep that person alive and functioning at optimal levels. So our diagram of the thyroid gland, it's sitting at the base of the neck over top of the trachea. If we take that thyroid gland and we peel one of those lobes and flip it over, so we're looking at the back side of that, the posterior side, which is the back side, versus the anterior side, which is the front side, we'll see the glands are embedded into those lobes, right? So there's a parathyroid gland right there. They're split pea sized, so they're not very big. They produce PTH, which is an abbreviation simply for parathyroid hormone. Sometimes you see it shortened to just parathormone, because scientists can get lazy, right? Yeah. And its sole job is just to increase the blood calcium level. Okay. So where it gets the calcium from is the bones. So it's going to take the calcium that's tied up in bones and allow it to come out of the bone and leak back into the blood. Okay. And so probably the best way to see that or understand that is back to our diagram of our optimal level. And in this case, we're just talking about the level of calcium in the blood. We want a certain level of calcium in our blood. We don't want it too high, we don't want it too low, but normally that's going to fluctuate just like everything else in our bodies. So let's say here's our blood calcium level. We start to eat, maybe drink some milk, that kind of stuff. It climbs out of our high level. And when we talked about the thyroid gland, we said, well, its response would be to release calcitonin, which we remember also signifies calcibonin. So it's going to take that blood calcium, put it into the bones. And as soon as it comes out of the blood into the bones, then your blood calcium level drops back down. Okay? Proceed through the day and you start to use up your calcium for whatever reason. If that starts to dip below its optimal level, then the parathyroids are going to notice that and they're going to release parathyroid hormone, which is going to take calcium that's tied up in bones and bring it back into the blood. So it's always about the calcium level of the blood. This one's going to lower blood calcium level by putting calcium into bones. This one's going to raise blood calcium level by taking it out of the bones. Okay. Is that easy? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so what we say is this hormone and this hormone work antagonistically, which just means they work opposite. Where this one lowers it, this one raises it. Okay, there are several hormones that are involved in the endocrine system that act that way. Okay. One does one thing, the other does the opposite. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those cases. Okay. Antagonistic, opposite.